Hi guys, it's Leslie Burns talking to you about event planning, and I've got a pet peeve I want to discuss with you. Pet peeve regarding follow through, doing what you say, staying on top of things. Okay, so as an event planner, people are going to talk to you all the time. They're going to have ideas about things that they want, things that they would like, and you're not going to have all the answers instantly. There are going to be times and situations where you need to check into something and get back to them. So if somebody says, oh, at my reception, I've decided I want to have a rock climbing wall, you're thinking to yourself, probably bizarre, but if somebody wants that, it's your job to make it happen. So you then would have to say, okay, I'm going to check to see, first of all, if the facility you have contracted with, if they will allow a rock climbing wall, and if they do, I need someone to bring it in and rig it up there, because it's not something you're going to have in the trunk of your car for sure. And then you're going to need to check into the insurance requirements, because now all that's going to change. Whatever they had at the venue previously is probably going to change dramatically now that you've got a rock climbing wall. So all of these things you need to check into, and then you need to get back to your client. Well, give yourself some time. Give yourself a reasonable amount of time. You're not going to be able to get that answer for them and get back to them the next day. Tell them you're going to need 3 or 4 days, 5 days, a week, whatever. Next week you'll get back to them. Give yourself a reasonable amount of time to do the checking, because you're going to need more than one thing to check on, and everybody that you reach out to is not going to be able to get right back to you. But once you gather all the information and you know that it's going to cost them an extra $4,200, now you need to do what you said. Get back to them. You need to call them and let them know, hey, client, I have the information for you. In order for you to have the rock climbing wall, it's going to be, extra $4,200 total. I can give you a breakdown of all the expenses that go into that number, but just so that you know, it's a number of this. Do you still want to do it? If you don't get back to them, because the video here is about follow through and getting back to people, I'm going to tell you, it's going to look bad. You might not realize it, but your client is going to make a mental note. They're going to tick it off in their head. Tick! That person didn't get back to me. And when they are talking, even after the event, after the picnic, or after the party, after the bar mitzvah, a friend comes up to them and says, hey, how about that planner you used? They're going to say, oh, well, they did a good job, but sometimes they were unresponsive. Sometimes I had to keep calling them. That's not a good look. You should stay on top of your calls to them, and you should keep either your phone, making notes on your phone, a memo to yourself, a reminder to yourself, your tablet, or just a simple notepad with a pen. It doesn't matter how you keep track of these things, but when your clients ask you for something, you need to make a note to yourself to get back to them. And if it's something that's going to involve numbers or dates or other people like subcontractors or vendors, you need to get back to your client in writing and say, per our conversation, meaning we did talk about this, but here is the information in writing. Because contractually, once you have an agreement with them, as they make changes, you need to keep your contract up to date to show each and every change that has come along. And phone calls can be ambiguous. Memories get short. She thought you said 2,400 and you said 4,200. So by having something in writing between you, there are no lapses of memory, and you can count on asking for the additional money by the date that's needed in order to secure the item that they're asking for. And it works both ways. If you call her and you say, hey, it's going to be less than I thought, again, it should still be in writing to say, hey, we received a reduction in the charges from the hotel for whatever reason, and this is going to adjust your bill accordingly this way. So again, just do what you say, or do what the expectation is of the client, making sure that you follow through with everything that you discuss, everything that they're asking, even if it can't be done. Hey, I've checked on the rock climbing wall and it cannot be done. The hotel will not allow it. Period. Boom. Thank you. Done. If you don't do that, then it looks bad on your part. So make sure you're always looking at your reputation and the lasting memory that your clients are going to have of you after this job is done, because that's really what the life is all about. After the job is done, the job is only for a very short period of time. So if you have any questions about this or any of the other topics that you see in my other videos, and if you haven't checked out the other videos, there are lots of them, please check them out on my channel and subscribe. Thank you very much. Again, Leslie Burns at Gold Crown Events. Thanks.